Hi, this is Dr. Merkel again, and we are ready to tell you what to say when you're tapping. Okay, some practitioners have their own protocol and they go into all different kinds of things. I'm going to teach you the classic Gary Craig, originator of EFT, setup statement, and I'm going to explain why it's important. But then I'm going to tell you how you can customize what you say. Okay, so you're going to use the karate chop point as your intake point. And what I mean by that is that's where you're going to start with your setup statement. And the setup statement has two different sections, and I'll have it in writing here on the course. But what it is, the first part is, even though, and that is where you say, I feel whatever it is that you want to let go of. Or even though I am experiencing whatever it is, you state what you want to let go of. And what you're doing is you're speaking it aloud so that your subconscious mind can hear it. Your subconscious is listening, and you are making a commitment out loud of what you choose to let go of. Now notice I use the word choose. That's a real important word that you can use. And whenever you're talking to yourself and you want to make an intention or set a goal, if you say, I want to, then it's off in the future. If you say, I wish I had, it'll maybe never show up. If you say, I hope, or I'll try, it's really nebulous. It may never come true. But if you say, I choose, then it starts right now. I choose from now on into the future. There's no question about that. So saying I choose for what you'd like as the result is a real potent thing to put into your subconscious. It's a programming thing. And when you're tapping on any of the points, you are programming whatever you say. You're either taking stuff out or you're putting stuff in. You take out the bad and you put in the good. Okay, so let's get back to Gary Craig's original and basic setup statement. The first part is, even though I am feeling stressed or whatever it is, the second part of the statement is, you say, I deeply and completely accept myself. And you do this while you're tapping. You just keep on tapping. And again, you're starting with the setup statement and you're doing it while you're tapping the karate chop point. So even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply and completely accept myself. Now, when you get really good at it, you can say, I deeply and completely accept and love myself. You can say, I deeply and completely accept, love, and respect myself. But you have to be congruent with the setup statement too. So if it feels really horrible to say, I respect myself, even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply and completely accept myself. If that's hard for you, then tap just on that. I do accept myself. I do. And if you have guilt or you have any doubt about that, then go through the tapping segments just thinking about, I accept myself. I accept myself. And just what I like to tell people is not to just, do it a little bit, but say, okay, I accept myself. I accept myself. And say it in different ways. And this is only if you feel doubt about it and you just are not congruent with that statement. But when you feel like it's easier, or you start to get a little spacey, or you yawn, or you sigh, then you can go into the next point. Okay, I respect myself. I accept myself. I love myself. Okay, just be thinking of that. And how does that feel? Okay, once you have felt a little shift and it feels like, oh, okay, I can do it there, then you go to the next point and you may have more charge. And then you go to the next point, and then the next point, and the next point, and the next point, and finally the top of the head. Okay, so you've worked on your basic congruence with the setup statement. So what you want to do is 3 times state the setup. Even though I have been feeling really stressed, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though my stress level has been really high, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though this week has been just so stressful and I just haven't felt like I got anything done, I deeply and completely accept myself. You do it at least 3 times. There's something magic about the subconscious hearing it 3 times. You can paraphrase it, but don't change change the topic. Stick to that one topic. Now, and if you're real specific, I'm really stressed because I had too much work and I had to stay overtime. That's very good. So you're taking the edge off of, staying overtime. Or I'm really stressed because I'm getting ready to go on a trip and it's just really stressful. Okay, that's a good one. That's a very good one, if that's your case. But be specific. Just a big general, I'm stressed is not as good as stating specifically why you're stressed. I'm stressed because I had a fight with my sweetie pie, or my kids are being bad, or school's coming to an end and they're going to be out on vacation, and then what am I going to do? Okay, so whatever it is. What the setup statement really means is, first of all, the statement, this is bothering me, even though blah, blah, blah. The second part is talking to your subconscious and saying, I accept myself. And what that is I accept the fact that I am feeling stress as a reaction to whatever's going on in my life. I feel stuck. I can't go forward in this work. Well, there's a reason, and your subconscious knows what it is. And the subconscious is trying to protect you from the stress or from repeating something that was hurtful to you. And so what it does is it gives you stress to keep you away from that kind of situation again. It doesn't want you to go there again. So what you need to do is say, hey, the last time I was upset by this was when I was a little girl. So it's time to let go of this stuff, But the subconscious has the job of protecting you. So you're saying, I really appreciate that I've got a good watchdog that's on duty, and times have changed and I'm safe now, and it's appropriate for me to let go of this. And I give you permission to let go of this hypervigilance and this stress because it's hurting me. Okay, that's what it's all about. That's what the setup statement's all about. Now, if you're very emotional, you've had a trauma, somebody's triggered something that, some past event, and it's really come up for you. While you're tapping here, you can just get into the emotion. Just talk out loud to yourself. Do it in private so nobody hears you. But just say, I am so upset with so-and-so because, he did this and this and this. And I've got to let this go because this reminds me of when my daddy was this way, or my grandpa was this way, or that other person was this way, and I've got to let it go. And, so you go back as early as you can remember where there was a similar situation, and you tap as you're talking to yourself, and you try to get emotional. If you start crying, it's a wonderful natural relief. If you feel like cursing or yelling or, beating your hand against the table, go for it. You can tap your hands both with the karate chop points on the edge of the table while you're getting emotional. And it works because when you're in an emotional state, this tapping really is even more beneficial than when you're just going, oh, well, I had a stressful week. Oh, yeah, I'll let go of it now. Well, let's get into the meat of it and get rid of it. And the best way to do that is to feel the emotion. So it doesn't matter really what you say On the other points, you can just feel the emotion, or you can be talking, continuing to talk. You can even use the setup statements. But it's really, the most important thing is to feel the emotion. I'm so upset. I'm so mad. I'm so stressed about that last thing I had to do, and I had to stay all night. And I'm so upset about that. Okay. That's the kind of stuff you say. There's no script. You make up your own script. You talk to your subconscious and yourself about exactly what's bothering you. And bring up the emotion if that's what it takes, because that's when you'll clear more and you will feel exhausted, but you'll feel great afterwards because it won't come back. So I hope this has helped. Stay tuned for the next video, because then we're going to go through a whole protocol, and I want you to start thinking about what you're going to be focusing on, which is the most stressful thing that's happened to you this week. Okay? So, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you on the next one. Okay, bye.